Let's take a deep breath and talk about the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi. All right. So if you've been following along, I've already done John Pertwee season 1, his first season, all his stories. I've done Tom Baker, all his stories. Now we're on to Peter Capaldi. We're doing this random. We're doing it timey-wimey. Just hopping around to different doctors. So Tom Baker is the best doctor. My favorite doctor is John Pertwee. I like everyone though. And Peter Capaldi is a great actor. I've seen him in The Thick of It. I've seen him in, well, he was in The Suicide Squad as well, but he was in the first season as the Cardinal in Musketeers, and he was great. He's a great actor, and he's a super cool guy, and he's a mega fan of Doctor Who, so I love him. When he was announced as taking over for the 12th Doctor, I thought, this is great casting. This guy's awesome. I can't wait to see what he does. Has a little bit of that John Pertwee feel with a little bit of William Hartnell kind of sprinkled in there. So his first story is Deep Breath. We're going to review this using my space system. So story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2's the best that you can get in any category. I'm going to give the storyline of this a 1, which means it's okay. Look, the storyline was actually okay. You got the Clockwork Men. They're trying to make themselves into human, kind of like Bicentennial Man. Remember that movie? The problem with this story is really Clara, and it's more the audience. I think that Moffat was under some sort of pressure from maybe the BBC or the audience or whatever to justify why this doctor is an older gentleman versus the doctors kept getting younger almost, right, as we went in this New Who era. And Clara is the wrong character to do this on, because she's already seen the different transformations of the Doctor. She's seen all the regens, so she saw the first Doctor. I don't understand why this character can't accept Peter Capaldi. And the problem is with this story is that we just don't get into the story. It's just constantly going back to, oh, we have to justify. So there's scenes where she's like, well, you're not really the Doctor, and you're not my Doctor, and you got old, and then Madame Vastra has to come in and be like, no, he's the same guy. You're like, what the hell is it? Maybe this was supposed to be to get a new audience and to explain to the audience what's going on. But really, this is a bad first episode. And then you've got Matt Smith calling her at the end. What the hell? That's like never happened. What is this? I love Matt Smith as the Doctor. I actually think his run was pretty awesome. He had a great run, really. Maybe I'll do that one after this. But what the hell? Like, calling, this is awful. So I can't get into the story. So the Clockwork guys are just there. I don't know. It feels like maybe it should even be below a 1, but I still liked what was going on with the Clockwork guys, but half of it was not good. So half of it was not good, half of it was okay. So I'm giving it a 1 point for that. The pacing, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give that a 1, because, again, anytime it goes back to this Clara not accepting the Doctor for who he is and, explaining to the audience what's going on, I'm like, this is like poo. Like, why is this happening right now? I just like, get on with it. It's just killing the story. Like this, again, this was an hour and 20 minutes. This was literally 40 minutes. Easy, right? This was a normal episode that had like 20 minutes or more, like 25 minutes of this filler of trying to explain why the Doctor's old now. I don't like that at all. It really killed the pacing for me. So unfortunately, that's where we're at. Artistry, I'm gonna have to give it a 1.5 actually. The Clockwork guys looked wicked, man. Like that guy with the face, like it was like, and he turned, you could see the inner workings. That looked cool. I do like the setting. Everything was shot beautifully. I actually like the music. And I actually really like the intro. I know some people weren't too pumped for this intro. I kind of like the intro music a lot. It's like ding, 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 ding. Like it had like kind of like a tinging sound. But I don't know. I liked it. It looked cool to me. The dinosaur looked pretty good. I mean, I'm giving it a 1.5. I'm not giving it a perfect score for the art. The dinosaur, whatever. He looked as good as he could look for that back then. Like Strax looks cool. Vastra's makeup is awesome. Everyone, like, it looked good. It sounded pretty good. So that's for the artistry. The characters, unfortunately, I gotta give it a 1 for the characters, because again, Peter Capaldi is fire. I just love the actor. He's great in this role. He's awesome. unfortunately, like, I liked Clara, but now I don't like, it's like this was the first episode of me starting to not like Clara, and I don't know what the hell happened because I thought she was great before. And then all of a sudden she's this goofy, it's like, what the heck happened? And he's like, oh, I wish Amy were here. I'm like, yeah, I wish Amy were here too. I don't know what happened because Souffle Girl Clara was awesome. She was so, and even when she was the mistress or whatever, like the whatever the oh god, the snowman, the snow. So and then all of a sudden, and I know those were different characters, right? That was not the same Clara. But like, why is this one so whiny and just crappy all of a sudden? I don't know. That sucks. Um, we'll talk about Missy in a moment. I like Vastra. Okay, Strax. I don't like that. He is funny. He is very funny, and I met the actor, and he's very cool. But why is why is there a jokey Sontaran? I don't like that. The Sontarans were pretty badass and pretty scary and formidable. Now they're kind of jokes. I don't like that. Although there was that Jodie episode where they tried to make them a bit more badass, but the writing on that was just not very good, just like all of her run. So they didn't really bounce back from Strax. Madame Vastra, I can take her in small doses. I don't know. This is like, oh, I'm saying all these metaphorical things. Like, I don't care. Like, it's kind of cool for like a scene, but then that's it. Jenny, she's fine. Jenny's okay. I do like the three of them. I guess they could. I don't know. I wish it was a little bit more serious with those characters. But anyway, Missy, look. It would have been great if she would have been the Ronnie, but they would have had to rewrite some of the dialogue because the Ronnie wouldn't behave this way. So as you know, the Master ran out of regens a while back, and he's been stealing bodies, starting with Nissa's dad, pretty much. So the Master has been stealing different bodies to inhabit. So he's stolen a woman's body just to mess with the Doctor or whatever. Michelle Gomez is absolutely awesome. I mean, I met her, and she is so cool and funny. I have to do a video of just me meeting her. It was just one of the best fan experiences. She's a great actress. She's freaking awesome as this character. She literally comes on the screen and she like takes over for me. I love the character. She's amazing. So that's why I'm still giving it a 1. Peter Capaldi's awesome and she's awesome. Everybody else, the Clockwork guy was cool too. So yeah, he's all right. Enjoyment factor. This is a tough one. I kind of still, oh, gosh. I do like this episode. I'm going to give it a 1.5 for enjoyment. Look, I liked this episode. I didn't love it because of those reasons. And my love of Peter Capaldi and Michelle Gomez gets me through this one. So I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. They elevate this and they really do help you get through the episode. But as a first appearance Doctor, that is not the way to do it, by having you doubt the Doctor. And it's Clara. Again, this isn't a new companion who's like, who's this guy, right? Maybe they could have had Jenny say, who's that? That's not the Doctor. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, but not Clara. It was just a bad choice all around to do this. This is the beginning of the end of Clara for me. But Peter Capaldi is awesome and Missy is awesome. And I do like the Clockwork guys. They are pretty neat. They look cool, and getting the body parts is kind of neat too. I like how they're connected to the Girl in the Fireplace guys. That's kind of cool too. So I'm still going to give it a 6 out of 10. So it's kind of a pass, right? Like, it's like, yeah, it's okay. But that's that. I've reviewed all the other ones, so check out those other videos. If you like my review system, please like the video and subscribe. That's it, everybody. Until next time.